It didn't work very well. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. That was the Habs goal horn. There's 6 people here. Welcome, everybody. Leave some comments. Let's get started. There's not that much going on yet in Habs world, but we're going to do some Habs trivia from this book. There's some really easy stuff in here, but there's some harder stuff. So I picked out some stuff. And we'll do that during the show. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about as we're getting closer to training camp anyways, which starts, I think, on the 22nd. So, and then there's the Habs rookie camp, which starts on the 12th. So we are 9 days away from that. So hockey's coming. It won't be long. The season for the Habs opens on October 12th, I believe, against Toronto. It's usually who they open with. And, that's where we're at. So let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's what I'm here for. I'm not sure if Matt's going to join me or not. So let's talk. Hey, Daryl, very sorry. Like, my sympathies about your grandmother. Really sorry to hear that. On your question, if it was a 2-year deal, it would have been less. But he's willing to take a chance, and they are too, that he'll be worth that money and probably worth more. And he's betting on himself and saying that, yeah, I'm worth that now, and I'll take a little bit less but take a little bit more overall. It's hard. I'm not putting it together right, but $3.5 million for 4 years. The last 2 of those, I would think, are going to look like a really good deal. That's my opinion. And I don't know. So that's what I think. Hey, Matt Outdoor, how you doing? Stand the man. Whoozoo League. It's been a while. Awesome. We're, what are we, the third? Just a little over a month away from the start of the season. ABL. JT Miller is an American who is pretty happy playing in Canada. Money is nice, too. What do you get? 7 times 8. He already on the team. He could have got 8 times 8. So I wonder why he didn't get 8 times 8. But I guess that's a little prudent on Vancouver. They didn't go overboard on the guy. I have no idea how old he is, off the top of my head. And that'll, if he's young enough, that's a really good deal. If he's 30, some of those years are probably going to look bad at $8 million. I think right now he's worth it. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? I sent you an email today, by the way. I think I forgot to send you the link for the pool. I was in my email and I realized it as I was checking on the sent email, and I couldn't find yours. And I went, So I sent it to you today, so I apologize if there was a delay. And if I send it to you and it's just a mistake on my email, that happens. Hey, Lou, how you doing? How you doing, Lou? That's my wife over there. My ex, well, it's not my ex. We're separated, but that's how it goes. My landlord is mine is. Mine, that's a corporation, but yeah. How you doing? Hey, Matt. Let's get excited about the chemistry year. We're talking about what do you mean by that exactly? Chemistry on the team? We're going to find out how it looks. Anyway, I don't think it's about chemistry this year. It's about development. Miller is 29. So you got to figure, 3 years maybe of that contract not going to look good. Depending on the player. I mean, he could still be good. But at 29, he's out of his prime at 33 is what they say. So, yeah. All right. Awesome, Kelly. Awesome. Good to have you aboard. Bob Cannon. Okay, it's been a while. That wasn't loud enough. It's been a while. I'm rusty. How you doing, Bob? Has Dak signed a contract yet? No, but the rumor, and it's a good, strong rumor now, is that it'll be 4 years times 3.5. So, but it has not happened yet. If it had, I would have done it. It hasn't happened yet. I would imagine any day now, though. It's going to happen anytime. Hey, Maritime, how you doing? Larry the Cable Guy. How's it going, Larry? Is Matt going to be on? I don't know. I don't think so. It's it's a holiday, a weekend. I didn't speak to him today, and I didn't ask him. So if he's on, he'll show up. If not, usually if he's not here by now, he's not coming on. And it is Saturday. I mean, it's not a day he's supposed to be on. Even in the off season, it's a day for him and his girlfriend to go do stuff. So he has been on this summer, but I mean, it's not normal for him to be here. Video froze during my boom. Thanks. I'm good. Busy summer here. Hope you are well. Oh yeah, I'm good too. I'm glad you're doing well. Busy's not so bad sometimes. Anyways, it wasn't a great boom, so it'll get better as we go along. My landlord says I'm guessing that numbers with the expectation that he's going to turn things around within a year or so. Well, yeah, I mean that's obviously it, right? That's why I was expecting a 2-year bridge deal, like at 2.5 million. But I guess they really, you can't be 100% positive, obviously, but they must have a strong feeling that he's going to turn it around pretty quickly. And, if that's the case, then he'll be worth more than that at the end of that contract. So overall, it should be a bargain, or at least overall, it should be a good deal and not a shitty deal. Now, if that was a 2-year deal at 3.5 million, to me, that's an overpayment, which might sound weird, but that's how it works out. Because in 2 years, he should have proved himself and be where he needs to be. So he's kind of selling himself low on the second 2 years and a little high on the first 2. That's how I think it'll work out. And I'll stop talking in a minute because I know when I should stop talking. You don't have to tell me when to stop talking because I know when I should stop talking. People always tell me you should stop talking, and I know what. It's one of those days. Maritime said, told you it was going to be an extended deal. I know. I remember when you did, and you were right. I just thought that was rumors that weren't going to be accurate, but it turns out they're accurate. I mean, we'll wait till it's actually signed, but I think when you get to the stage where these rumors are right now, it's going to probably be exactly what they're saying. Kelly says she's excited about Dak. Hoping he has a great season. Yeah, you know what? I'm not expecting a great season from Dak. I'm expecting a good season from him this year and then build on that, I think he just needs to have a good, solid season where, depending where they play him, because I don't know where that's going to be really, 40-plus points I'd be very happy with. Bob says, talking about Dak, how is his wrist coming along? A buddy of mine is a big Hawks fan. Tells me Dak's wrist has been problematic for a while. Yeah, well, didn't he have that break in the Canada, the international tournament? I don't know what tournament it was. Right? He broke his forearm or something. I think it had to do with the wrist. But that's a couple of seasons now. He played last year. He was okay. I kind of expect his wrist could take that whole year. In the second year, you start to feel better. So I figure if the Habs are offering him 4 years at 3.5, they must feel comfortable with what the doctors are saying. What Dak is probably saying about his wrist now. I wouldn't think if that was kind of in question, I kind of think it would be a 2-year bridge deal. So I'm kind of encouraged as far as that goes, that the Habs are very confident that he's ready to do what he needs to do. Okay, I'm not sure where I was. My landers, I agree. I don't think I've ever trusted a Habs lineup like this one. A fresh start for Dak can be all the difference as well. Should be golden. That's what I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel these guys made the move to get Dak, kind of spur of the moment. I don't think that's what it is. I'm sure they've done their research and they're confident that Dak's ready to go this year and do what he needs to do. Maritime Bill, that's the point, right? He'll learn more. I believe when the contract is over, if he signs this 4-year deal, he'll have 1 year left to free agency, to UFA status. So they might be able to sign him up right there and he doesn't see UFA, or if they're not too happy, so they offer him something as an RFA and whatever after that, right? So, but they still have control after this contract. So I think it's a good thing. At least that's what I read when I read about the negotiations. Oh, Drake, I agree with you 100%. And, if they can move Armia and get rid of the 3.4 there, well, that just pays right there to pays for Dak's money, and it won't be a bad thing. And you got to think that it's not like I don't like Armia, but, I mean, he's so frustrating and kind of inconsistent and streaky. A much better way of spending your $3.5 million, I think, on Dak than on Armia right now. Larry says, I hope Dak turns out well for the Habs. He was in a horrible situation in Chicago. Well, and, that has a lot to do with his point production last year and all that, which wasn't great. But so I expect there's a lot of things that kind of make you think that he should have a really good season here. Maybe it'll be his breakout year here. That would be awesome if he has one of those seasons. Have you heard anything about the Habs and Rangers about Niles Lundqvist? Nope. Coming to Montreal, he's a right shooting defenseman. No, I have heard very little rumors about. I don't know where you got that from, but I haven't seen it in where I find my stuff. Now I don't look at everything, but I haven't heard that. Lots of crap going on in Chicago that can mess with a player's head. Not surprised he wasn't 100% while he was there. Plus recovering from that surgery. That takes, from what I understand, wrist surgery like that takes a little while. That's why, with Jonathan Drouin, I'm not 100% sure he's going to have that season that he wants to have because he just had wrist surgery. Next year would be different, but I don't know if this year is going to be able to do that. So we'll see. Drake is high on Lundqvist. See, I'm high on something else. I think he's the right shot, puck moving demon we need. Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him, to be very honest with you, and have not heard of this rumor. Larry says, I wish they would get rid of Armia. There should be an upgrade somewhere. Yeah, they have to. But they just got to move. They have too many wingers. They got to move guys. Am I alone in saying it would be ideal to move Galley's horrid contract? We have another Galley and Harvey Pinard anyway. It would be, but I mean, how are you going to do that? I don't see that. I don't think Galley, with 5 years left, I don't think he'll move it. Some rumor, and you know what? Galley might surprise us all this year and have a really good season. So, yeah, I mean, he deserves another year, I think, anyway. Some rumors going around about the Habs shipping 1 or 2 forwards to Edmonton for Barry, right, Shot Demon? Anything to that, Rick? I doubt it because of what Barry makes. So, but then if they're shipping guys, actually, I have to scroll here. Yeah, I guess if they're shipping those forwards, then it doesn't matter. He'll pay for it. I haven't really heard that, though. So, again, it's not a rumor I've heard. I heard rumors like earlier in the summer about Oilers and Tyson Barrie and Montreal, but I haven't heard anything in a while. So you might be looking at older rumors that were out there because I haven't seen anything about that lately. Joseph, hey Joseph, I'm going against logic, but PK should be signed for as little as possible for 1-2 years and then head up the play-by-play team for the English Habs TV broadcast. What do I think? No. You know what? If they get him at like league minimum, yeah, I mean that can't hurt, right? It can't hurt. There's no risk there. But I doubt PK. From what the only rumor about PK that I've heard is that he's looking for like 3.5 million. And that's just way too much, you know. At the very most, I think he's got to prove himself. Sign him maybe a year or 2 years at $1.5 million. That's it. I don't think he'll do that. So we'll see. I kind of think PK might have to wait till the season starts and there's some injuries or teams reevaluate and see what they need and they could reach out for him. He might have to wait. But there's still time. I mean, there's still like a month to go. So you see Suzuki interview when he said they underrated. Well, I talked about I can't get the words out, but I talked about this on Wednesday in the live stream on Wednesday. That Suzuki thinks that it's not that they're underrated, but people are underestimating them, and they think that they're going to be able to prove a lot of people wrong. That's kind of what he said. Let's see. Kelly says, I'm sure hoping that Anderson can be more consistent this year. His best year was with Columbus in 2018-19. He had 47 points. Yeah, listen, me too. I mean, that's his one big problem, right? His consistency. He's very streaky in his scoring. Even some games he looks like he doesn't show up on the offense, but he always manages to do his job, you know, on the other side of the puck at least, as far as, you know, being physical and all that. So, but yeah, I mean, I hope so too. Listen, he's, I want to say he is 26 or 27 now. So he's in his prime. We may see a banged up season from Adam, like where we see him be less streaky, you know. He'll probably always be somewhat of a streaky player, but if he can sort of cut down the in-between times, it'll be a lot better. But I don't think he scores 47 points until he does that. I saw what the Hockey News has Anderson for 36 points, their projection. So I don't know that I agree with that 100%, but yeah, 36, he might be right in there. What did he get last year? It was 19 goals and I guess something like 29 or 30 points. So it was a shitty year last year. Yeah, and he should be better this year. So let's see what happens. I think I saw a few YouTube channels talking about Lundqvist to Montreal and other possibilities. But you know what? If you're looking at YouTube channels, listen, I'm going to be very honest, and I'm talking about me as well here, right? What do we really freaking know? I know for me, when I'm talking about those are rumors I'm reading. I'm kind of aggregating stuff and then trying to present it to you, right? I'm no insider. I'm not in there. So it's the same thing with these guys. So if you're looking at rumors, they could have just made that up just so you click or sit and listen. I mean, that's sorry to say, that's what YouTube's all about for some people anyway. I try not to do that too much, if at all. But I think, yeah, if that's where it's coming from, I've never seen it anywhere where I consider it legitimate. And I'm sorry, but watching, the rumor channels, that I don't find that legitimate. It may be, and then it may be the guy made it up. So, yeah. No one's going to want Galley right now. He needs to build up his value. I think that's true too, right? I mean, after the season he just had, with the 5 years on his contract at 6.5 and the season he just had, I kind of think it's almost impossible for them to move Galley. Maybe next season, like maybe if he has that kind of season I'm thinking he might have here, then maybe you can move him. But I think he needs to, like you say, up his value. Like Petrie, remember beginning of the season? His value must have been really low, but then Marty St. Louis came along and he put up points and was playing well, and his value went back up. So, yeah, I think that's the same here. My landlord, is not that I'm not a fan of Subban. If you watch the video I did of the 10 best, defensive seasons this century, Subban's in a lot of them, and I say in there that, and if my wife is still here, Lou, she'll tell you this too. Subban, when he was here, was my favorite player. I mean, the guy was super exciting to watch and all that. Subban was my favorite player. So no, it's not that. I'm being realistic. That's all. And listen, Subban's not the player that he was when he was here in Montreal. That's just flat out the case. So I don't think they could sign PK that way. As far as broadcast booth, he might be really good, but I do like Sergio Momesso too. Yeah, I don't think CB. I don't know if they'd hire him for. I like Dan Robertson and Momesso and whoever they're. When I listen to that, I like those guys. So I doubt that's gonna happen. We'll see. I don't know. Apparently, he wants to play some more. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he decides he's gonna not play. Definitely for experience, but then again, right? If you sign Subban, that's another experienced guy, and you lost one of those two spots that are open for the kids for development. I don't think that this is something that they're going to do. I think they want to leave those two spots open for the young guys because this is a year where they want to concentrate on development. If you're putting veterans at almost all the positions, who are you developing? Like maybe you're making the veterans a little better, but are you developing them? It's a little late for that. So, yeah, I kind of don't. They might pick up a kind of a guy like if PK would be okay with coming here, little money, for a year or two, and knowing that he's not playing every game, right? That would be different because if you're going to bring in that experienced guy, you want to bring in a guy that he'll play or he doesn't. It's not the ego's not going to get in the way, or he's not that big a name. I don't know if I'm putting that across right, but if they bring in another guy experienced on defense, I don't think it's a guy that'll play every game. As I don't think Weidman will play every game either, because they want to develop these kids. Renegade Man, they're going to sign Doc any day. I believe they'll be signing him any day now. Hey, Harry. I got a question the other day. I think a couple days ago. Is Harry Rice your son? Again, it's like, I don't know how many times. I've gotten that a few times. I think that's funny. Got to shut down for a bit. Hey, sorry, Bob. Too bad. Sorry to lose you, but good to see you again. And, games are coming up. So we'll be seeing you all regularly. I hope again for the games. Hey Renault, thoughts on Jake Ottinger signing his new deal? I thought he would get more AAV since Carter Hart is at $4 million already, and Jake is more talented. Yeah, I'm not surprised that the Stars signed him. And are you considering what their cap issue? And if I'm correct, did they signed him only 3 years? To me, that's a bridge deal for the guy. So it's a cap issue, I would think. But again, don't know enough about it to really make that comment to you. I don't know. I'm sick and tired of watching Habs on TSN. Molson should be offering us a TV station like Leafs TV and broadcast Habs for free. No regional restrictions. Would that not make sense? It would, but if he did that, it would probably be a pay, sir. You'd have to pay to get it. So now, would it make sense for him to do that? I'm kind of surprised they don't have something like that for worldwide that people around the world access. There's so many Habs fans around the world. Like, I don't know how that isn't a thing. But if it happened, it would be something you have to pay for. The free part, I don't think that would be a thing. It's like in Quebec. You see in Quebec, you're going to have private health care that's free. Yeah, read about how free it is. Sorry, that's my one comment for politics today. Because in Canada, we got free healthcare that's coming to an end. Watch and see. Yeah, I can't find them. We got to do some trivia. There's going to be a trivia thing. Going to do trivia in a minute. Now, when we do this trivia, I'm kind of counting on you guys to give me answers for what you remember and not typing in and getting the answer that way. Can I know if you're doing that or not? I don't. So I'm just saying we're on our honor here. the honor code when we do the trivia. I would hope that you answer because that's what you think it is, but not because you search for it. Because I think everything here is searchable, but it's no fun that way. Let me see where we are. Maritime. You know what? I saw. Who was it that I saw talking about this? I can't remember, but their opinion was Harris. Harris is going to play on the right, and if Harris and Barron, Weidman and Savard are on the right, I think we'll be okay. And okay, Savard, if there's a year you want to have Savard here, it's in a year where it doesn't matter if we win or not, and that we know we're going to lose a lot of games, right? But I think that's what we're going to see on the right. I think we're going to see Savard, Barron, Harris, and Weidman. Because we knew Harris could play both sides. So I think in the development year, I think they're going to try to develop Harris on the right. That kind of makes sense. Or maybe not develop him on the right, but develop him to be able to play both. Sergio doesn't have enough pizzazz to be a radio commentator. I don't agree with you. I mean, what do you want? Do you want like American morning radio for the hockey game? No, not me. Well, there you go. I get Renault. You probably want to see Subban doing it. I like Momesso. He's knowledgeable. I don't think you can take it away from him. He knows the game. He's been there and done that. And I like Dan Robertson. My landlord, yeah, I think you're right about the American. Like when you say you don't think so, PK is a big kind of a character, right? I think he's perfect for American TV, and I think, yeah, he'll end up on ESPN or something like that. Kelly says Andy is 28. There you go. So he's 1 year in his prime. So, we should be seeing the best Andy this, next 3-4 years. The best of him, and hopefully every year a little better. He played all eight. See, that's the key there, right? He's got to play all the games, can't get hurt. From what I understand, I read this, he is working on not rehabbing the shoulders, but strengthening the shoulders. And that's been his Achilles heel, is his shoulders, because he hits so much and hard. Renaud, my grade for the JT Miller signings, like all the other ones recently, that the guys are getting older, and that contract won't look good at the back end of it, but look good at the beginning. That's what I think with the Miller. Yeah. Harry, that's exactly right. This is a good comment. As a rebuilding team, you can only get so far with just signing veterans, then trading them at the deadline. At some point, you'll have to begin playing those rookies, and that's what the Habs are doing. And that's it. And listen, they hired Robida for development. They come out and said this is a year where we're going to be really concentrating on development. Well, that's not veterans. That's rookies. So you got to look at what other spots that they could be in. There's 2 on defense. You don't want to take one of those away. I think for the forwards, I think we're going to see some moves so that they open up some of those spots. Because right now, there's only one for Slavkovsky. Other than that, where are you going to put a rookie in right now with the veterans that are here? You can't. So I think we're going to see some moves, and we might see future considerations come back from somewhere because, if you ask me, if you can't move Armia, you might trade him for futures somewhere if you can. Hey, Tario, how you doing? It's been a little while. How many points Monahan need to get for being considered a good bounce back year? Any guess or hot take round? Yeah, I think if he's 45 to 55 points or more, I think that's a pretty good bounce back season. So like, let's say 50 points, 50 and over. If he's going to be second line center, which I kind of suspect he might end up being, you want to see 50 points or more. I think if he comes in like at 30 points halfway through the season or a little over, I think he's going to get moved at the deadline. Honor system. Okay, yeah, let's get to trivia time. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down some at the bottom. Let's see if I miss anything that's super important. My landlord, I haven't know. I think Saku's doing stuff in Finland with hockey. I'm not sure. And I think he might be in North America doing stuff for hockey. I don't know for who, though. But I'd love to see Saku rejoin the organization in some kind of capacity. You know, there was rumors about him, I think, heading up the European scouting, but that obviously they chose someone else. All right, let's get to some trivia. So what I have here, this book was sent to me by Habs Guru when he sent me that box of stuff. So this was in here. Now, it's kind of simplistic as far as the questions are. Some of them are really easy. And then there's some questions like, which one of these Montreal Canadiens players was not a goalie? And the answer is Jacques Lemaire. But there's nothing else to that. So can't use something like that because you need options other than Jacques Lemaire for that. So what I did was I highlighted the ones I want. We'll go through some of them. All right, so everybody is ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Who scored the first goal in Montreal Canadiens history? He'll go down in history from the League of Hockey. I'm going to wait for an answer. So hurry up. Remember, on the honor system, don't go looking that up. BL, that's a really good guess, but it's not Aurel Joliat. But it's a good guess. It's a bit earlier than that, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's a little bit earlier than Aurel Joliat. I don't know why I say that. Born to be had New Zealand alone, very good guess. Not right, but very good guess. I kind of think this is hard because I don't think a lot of people put this name to the Montreal Canadiens. Fred Flintstone. Larry, that's a really kind of like more obscure, but a really good guess. It's not right, but it's a really good guess. DJ Pitre. That's a really good guess. My landlord, it was Patrick Waugh. I went back in a time machine and he did that. Wrong. Okay, I'll give it another 10 seconds and then I'll give you the answer. It's obviously it's like it goes way back. Like it's first goal, so like 1917. Now it says history, so it might go back to 1909 because that's their first actual year as an organization. So I'm just not sure if it's 1909 or 1917 that this goal happened. Hey, Tony. Right now we're playing a trivia game, and I'm going to give the first answer. So we're playing trivia, and if you're going to take part, we ask that, or I do ask that you don't look this up on the internet, and if you know it, you give it because you knew it, and you didn't look it up. All right. So the first goal ever from Montreal Canadiens in their history was Joe Malone. Joe Malone, Cyclone Taylor. I don't think Cyclone Taylor played for the Habs, though. And I don't think Cyclone Taylor, he was in Ontario. I don't think he played for the Habs. I see. Yeah, well, I saw all these guys play. That's how I was there at the game. And I want to say that he had, like, in that first game, he might have scored 5 goals, but that might have been for the Quebec Bulldogs. Because I think he did that for the Quebec Bulldogs. But anyway, I don't know off the top of my head. And they don't give much here, just the answer, and they don't explain. This might be a little easy. On what date in 1993 did the Habs win the Stanley Cup? What was the date? Tony, don't be sorry. You just got in. You didn't know what was going on. Nathan, I don't see. I think didn't see that in there when I said it. So maybe Nathan got it. There's no prizes, by the way. It's all for the glory of the channel. Renault, we're doing a trivia game. Why are you asking questions now? Don't be controversial now. Rick, are you starting at? I said it though. I don't know. I don't know what year that was. Now someone could look that up and tell me what year that was. I'd be interested to know what year that was. Oh, Harry did it. No, that's it. June 4th, 1993. You're close. Second, nope. Born to be at May 31st. Nope. May 31st. Oh, I guess that's good. June 12th, Tario, nope, but close. Nathan, June 6th, nope, but close. Somewhere in between the 6th and the 12th. That's my clue. Renaud, this isn't a quiz or for you guys to ask me. This is a trivia game that I ask the questions. And then you supply the answers from your head, not your computer. For a new car, yeah, it is. It's for a new car, but it's made by Mattel. If that's okay by you. Was it a Saturday? I don't know. Harry looked it up. It's June 9th. That's June 9th. Harry gets it. I don't know if that was a guess, but I just said he looked it up. That's the guess. That's it. My landlord, I don't know that he's capable of that. At this point, I don't know. No, he's harmed. I'm not kicking Renault off. You know, it's good. We get into a little bit of an argument, and it's good. Gets my blood going. Who leads the Montreal Canadiens for games played in the playoffs? Career total. This should be easy. Harry, that was a total guess. Well, I said in between the 6th and the 12th. That's kind of right in between. So, well, there you go. Prize goes to Harry Rice. And he's 2 for 2 there. Larry Robinson, you got it. Larry Robinson. It should have been easy. Larry played a lot of playoff games. Okay, that's it for that quiz. That's any good. Another easy one, if you think about it, is easy. Which 2 teams did the Montreal Canadiens play in the Stanley Cup final the last 2 times they made it there in the 20th century? Harry, I think you're right. He never missed the playoffs. So that makes sense, right? I think you're right. I don't think he ever missed the playoffs. Harry's going for a big time. Calgary and LA are the last 2 opponents. Obviously, well, they won. That they won the Stanley Cup. They were the last 2 opponents, yeah, because the Tampa Bay, they didn't win. Okay, here is one that you maybe older guys. I don't know. I don't know who will remember this. Slovakian forward Richard Zednik wore which of the following jersey numbers in 2000, 2003? I'm going to just say, what jersey number did Richard Zednik wear? Because they didn't give me any other options. I got to make it up. I could make any number you want, but which number did Richard Zednik wear? Oh, Tony got it like right off the bat. So maybe he looked it up, maybe he didn't, but Tony got it. Number 20. You wore number 20. 27. Let's see. At the time of Zednik, 27 was Corson, I think. Corson wore 20. I don't know if he was here at the time. 26. I don't know who was wearing 26. Naslin was the last between Petrie. I don't know who was in between. 22, interestingly enough, was worn by a few guys. I just saw one something on Twitter about one of them that was wearing number 22. Born to be Habs says 394. No, if we keep retiring jersey numbers, though, we may get to players wearing that. Right, Zednik with the clothesline from Chara. Yep. All right, next question. Now, this should be a really easy one. How many overtime games did they play in the 92-93 playoff season? Now, I'm not asking how many did they win. How many did they play? I'm going to wait for a few responses. I think it's easy, and I think a bunch of you are going to get it. All right, so BL, Harry, you're wrong. Born to be a Hab, you're wrong. Tario, you're wrong. Harry the second time, you're wrong. Tario the second time, and Born to be a Hab, you're wrong. The one that's got it right, though. Oh, no, Born to be Ab and Tario, you got it right. But the first one was Stan the Man. 11 games. They played 11. They won 10 out of 11. That's amazing there. Just winning 10 out of 11 overtime games in a small period of time like that. That's pretty freaking amazing right there. And then 10 overtime wins in the playoffs is like, it's off the wall good. Who is Montreal Canadiens all-time leading goal scorer in the playoffs? So all-time leading goal scorer for the Habs in the playoffs. Wow, I'm still on the first one. Wow, 4 minutes. Almost 40 minutes to smoke this. Anybody who thinks I go through a lot of them, see? Henri Richard, wrong. Richer, wrong. Lafleur, wrong. Stan the Man. Maurice the Rocket Richard. That's the guy. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. I'll give it a 30 seconds so everyone can catch up. Barnaby Abno, Najan Bellable. All good guesses, though. I mean, those are all good guesses. The Richard, though, Cario, not really. Not around long enough, really, to get that. All right, next up. This is a good one. And I wonder who's going to get this one, because somebody will, but I wonder who. Who shared the Vezina Trophy with Ken Dryden? And I don't know what year, but I'm going to say that's in the 70s, late 70s. Who shared the Vezina Trophy with Ken Dryden? Now, maybe Vezina only won one Vezina. I don't know, but they didn't give a year. They did give a name, though. Wow, that's pretty good. Everyone can stop because BL got it straight up. Buddy LaRock. Buddy LaRock, the Born to be a Hab got it. Hub Wordle, no. No. I know that's for Fun Your World like that, but Larry got it. Michelle LaRock. And, there's a story for how he got his nickname Bunny, and it's not what you think. And I don't know it offhand, but it's not like you think it. I don't think it involves rabbits in the way you might think anyway. I forget how he got it. Nathan, what's 74 mean? What team he played for, Bunny? He played for Montreal, and then they sent him to Toronto, I think. And he died really young. I think he died at 45 or 49 years old. But they sent him to Toronto, I think, is where he ended up. What's next? This one should be easy. Patrice Brisebois. And he was the longest-serving Hab. Imagine that. Patrice Brisebois, the longest-serving Hab, wore which jersey number in 2002, 2000? Which jersey number? Any year. He didn't change his number. What was Brisebois' number? Brisebois, yeah, that's what he used to call him. What was his number? My landlord gets it. Right off the bat. Number 43. Who else got it? Joseph, I think you might be right on that. I think that it's sort of rabbit related, but not his name due to the amount of carrots he ate in the dressing. I think that's the answer. He ate a lot of carrots. My landlord, me too. I can't stand him. But I mean, he was here for so long. How could you not know Brisebois' number? Unless you're really young and you didn't see him. But I mean, anybody that's old enough to see him, but yeah, you know his number. All right. Last one on this one here on this page. Who is the leader for most points? That's goals and assists. They had to put that there in case we didn't know what points means. By a Montreal Canadiens player in the playoffs. And that's career, obviously. Who has the most points in the playoffs? Not goals now. This is points. For their career for the Montreal Canadiens. Harry, I think you're right. Me too. I don't know anybody who likes Brisebois. I'm going to let a few come in on this because okay, I think everyone's getting. So, Tario, you're right. Harry, you're wrong. BL's right. Born to be a Habs right. It's Jean Beliveau. Jean Beliveau has the most points in the playoffs for the Montreal Canadiens. Now, this one, I don't know when this changed, but this, I'm not sure what division we're in, but okay. What division were the Habs in before the old Adams? So it says before the old Adams. What division were the Habs in before the? I have a feeling this is after the Adams, but I could be wrong. There's a couple of them I think they made mistakes on. I'll bring it up when we come across one. What division were the Habs in before the old Adams? I think everyone's trying to remember what were the divisions. That's why I think this is after the Adams. Well, right now it's the Atlantic, so maybe it is before the Adams. Right now it's the Atlantic. This is before the Adams division, so you got to go back a bit. There's a right answer out there. There is a right answer. I'm waiting another 10 seconds and see if any more come in. And then I will reveal it. Well, the Whales. But it's not the Whales. Not the Northeast. James Patrick division? No, that's Patrick division, maybe. Nathan got it. It's the Norris. The Norris division. I didn't even remember that, to be honest with you. This should be an easy one. How many Stanley Cups did Guy Lafleur win with the Montreal Canadiens? And, I mean, he didn't win anywhere else. So how many did he win? Before you answer, like, quickly, just think about it for a minute, and you'll get the answer. My landlord says 72. No, he did not win 72. Tario, no, he did not win 7. BL, he did not win 6. Born to be Hab did not win 6. If you see, I didn't say anything to somebody out there. That's the right number. Joseph has it. He won 5 with Montreal. He won 5 in his career. Ken Dryden was a star goalie for the Montreal Canadiens. Well, it's a Montreal Canadiens trivia book. Why do you have to put that in there? From 1971 to 1980, which Ivy League university, known as the Big Red, did Dryden attend? Where did Ken Dryden go to college? That is the gist of this question. Harry Rice says Harvard. Nope. Tarios is Vermont. Nope. We got 3 right answers out there, though. BL, Larry, and Born to be a Hab are all right with Cornell. Cornell University. I do believe that's where he was drafted out of. He was in Cornell when they called him up. Maybe even? I'm not sure. But when Boston drafted him, I believe so. Here's a question I didn't choose. I want to let me know if you could get this. Who led the team in penalty minutes during the regular season? Without a year. How are you going to get that? The answer is Doug Risebrough. So I don't know how that came about, but I'm not choosing that one. This is kind of not vague, but it's like, what number did Ron Hainsey wear? What number did Ron Hainsey wear? I don't think he was here very long. Nathan, yeah, I said we got him from the Bruins. Is right. Dryden. Harry, how did he wear number 10? That was retired at that point. I don't. Where did what? Tarios would have said Chris Nyland. Chris Nyland wore number 60. 30, I mean. What, Chris Nyland for what? Tario. Got it right. Number 65. Number 65. A little bit, kind of. Here's a real easy one. I'm going to, if you don't all get this one, what was Mario Tremblay's number? What was Mario Tremblay's number? What was Mario Tremblay's number? Harry says 666. Yeah. A good one, Harry. I like that. Kind of accurate, too. Wow, so far, I mean, Harry was joking, but so far everybody but Joseph got it right. Joseph, 11. Well, maybe you don't know, but 14. Then he corrected himself. Okay, and Habination says Tremblay was a 0. Yeah, that's his personality. We're talking about the number he wore. Rajan Hull, they shared that number, 666. That's what it was. They shared it. All right, next one. True or false? True or Henri Richard has more playoff points than his brother Maurice the Rocket Richard. True or false? And for a bonus point, what was Henri Richard's nickname? So let's see. Landlord says true. Tario says false. BL says false. Larry says false. Harry says false. See if we get any more, and I'll tell you who's right. Landlord's right about the pocket rocket, but I would think more people would get it right as well. I mean, that was the easy part thrown in, the pocket rocket. You can see that by all the pocket rockets there. But we got one true, and the rest are false. Nathan says F for false, or maybe he's just telling me to F off. I don't know. But oddly, because, usually when you get, so many with the same answer, that's the answer, but you guys are wrong. And it's true. It's true. He had more points than, don't forget, they're talking about playoff points, right? Right. Nobody's been in more playoffs than Henri Richard. So, to me, who has the most? And he was a goal scorer, a point producer. So, yeah. Was it Landlord who had it? Who had it right? Someone had it right. I'm going to go check first before I. Landlord, he is. Yeah, Landlord had it right. All right, next question. Ivan Cornwallis was a speedy winger who scored 428 career goals for the Montreal Canadiens. What was Cornwallis' nickname? I wish I could do that, give you a free trip to Hawaii, but unfortunately, I am not Mr. Beast. Nathan, you're right. He had 11 cup rings. What? Wait a second. I'm lost here. Well, are we on? Well, okay, there's the answers. Okay. No, Rick's not Mr. Beast. Hey, NHL Hockey News. You all got it right. I thought that would be easy. The Roadrunner. The Roadrunner. All right. Who scored 2 overtime goals in games 3 and games 4? So it's not 2 in each. It's 2 overtime goals, 1 in game 3, 1 in game 4. In LA in 1993 in the Stanley Cup Finals. Who scored 2 overtime goals against LA in the finals in 93? I wish I was Mr. B. I wish I had Mr. Beast's money. I don't know that I'd be giving away all my money if I had his money. I give away a lot, but I wouldn't give away all of it. And I don't think he gives away all of it, obviously. Ooh, I looked away and then I came back and they're all right answers except for Larry. He says Stefan Richer. That is incorrect. The John LeClair is the right answer. Yeah. Desjardins, I believe, got the winning goal for the Cup. Or Game 2. He got the winning goal in Game 2 with the stick, McSorley stick. I just saw it again. That's why. Harry Rice, Breezeball. I don't know that Breezeball was here then. So Leclerc. I'm just looking to see any other bad ones. Stop tricking us with my Mr. Beast. I'm not Mr. I was just joking about Mr. Beast. All right, next question. Tony, me too. That's one of those trades that, Recchi was good and all that, but yeah, John Leclair. I'm not happy when they traded Leclair. I was in high school, but still did not like that trade. But I remember that when they did it. I was in high school. Breezeball was a rookie in 93. Well, there you go. That's how close. I was wrong. I was wrong about something. Wow. I was wrong about something. Wrong about stuff a lot. Okay, next question. Was Brian Savage's number? What number was on the back of Brian Savage's sweater? And maybe on the arm too then? I don't remember. My landlord kicks in with a quick guess. Anybody else? With a guess. Tario with a guess. Born to be a Hab with a guess. No, that's not a guess. Desjardins was in the trade when they did it. I know. He was the one that gave away too much. They could have done and not given Desjardins. It would have been okay. They gave Desjardins, and that was too much for Recchi. In the end, it turned out it should have been Leclair for Recchi straight up. All right. Number 49. So BL got it right. Tario got it right. Landlord got it right first. This one everyone will get. Who has the highest total career penalty minutes in the history of the Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs? Who has the highest total of playoff penalty minutes for the Montreal Canadiens? Playoffs should be the key here to figure out who it is. Or did I just trick you? I don't know. Straight up. Happy Nation comes in with Ferguson. I was hoping you'd all go with Ferguson because that would be wrong. And Chris Nyland is actually the right answer. But you know what? When I read it before I looked at the answer, I was thinking Ferguson. I really was, and I was a little surprised it was Nyland. Because I thought Ferguson played a lot of games, and I would think he had a lot of penalty minutes. But there you go. It's Nyland. All right, next one. Who led the Habs in goals during the 1976-77 regular season? Who led the Habs in goals, scoring goals, during the 1976-77 regular season? If there's a problem, I'll give a clue, but I don't think I'm going to need to give a clue. The first three guesses made me think, oh, I might need to give a clue. And then the next ones came out right. So Bornab and Joseph have it right, and that is Steve Shutt. And he set the record at that time for left wingers that I don't know if it still stands for goals for left winger, and that's 60. And I don't know if that's a Montreal Canadiens record or a league record, and I think it's a Habs record because I think Rick McLeish did that too for the Flyers, but I'm not sure. I'm having fun with this. You guys like this? I wish I had more, so I'm going to look for some more trivia, but this is fun, I think. This question I put here, but I think I answered it already before, and I'm not going to say. I'll tell you what it is, but how many overtime victories for the Habs did they manage in the 93 playoffs? We just did that as 10. We know that. So, former sniper Donald Odette, who had his heyday with the Sabres, has one of the worst years of his career in 2002-03 while sporting which jersey number? A roundabout way of saying what number did Donald Odette wear while he was here for the Habs? And does anybody remember that horrific cut he got on his arm while he was here? And I think that's why he had a horrible season. I think that was the year he got a monster slash from a skate on his arm. So what number? Let me go look because I don't remember. And did anybody get it yet? I want to say nobody got it, but two people got it reversed. I gave it away, but. So two of you, in your mind, you saw it like dyslexic. It is number 82. Number 82. I kind of remember that. I don't think I would have come up with that off the top of my head, though. He wasn't here long enough for that. Who scored the most hat tricks? And they went 3 goals in one game, so that in case we don't know what a hat trick is, in career playoffs for the Montreal Canadiens. So that's playoff hat tricks for their career for the Montreal Canadiens. Who has the most of those? And it doesn't tell you how many, though, which is kind of stupid. Who wore 26 was Mats Naslund. Back in the day then, that was Mats Naslund. So we got Lafleur, Maurice the Rocket Richard, Louis LeBlanc. Louis LeBlanc is the right. No, it's obviously not. Larry, that's a really good question. We'll get to it in a sec, okay? Nathan says 92. What was the question now? How many? 92? No. Oh, we're going back to the other number. Yeah, no. 82 is the number. The Rocket, BL says. Joseph says boom, boom. And the correct answer is Maurice the Rocket Richard. So the Rocket has the most career playoff hat tricks. Now, Larry asked the question, who was the first man, not owner, the first manager, and I think he was also a player, I think, of the Canadiens. Now, Larry, I'm going to answer that because I think I know it, and then you'll tell me if I'm wrong in the end, but we'll see if we get some answers, and then I'll give you my answer, and then you'll confirm which it is, okay? So wait till I get my answer. Harry, wow, Harry got it right. Marc Bergevin. Yeah, no. The key here, Harry, is where's the question? Oh, wrong page. No. What the hell? Oh, that's why I can't find it. It's Larry's question. Leo, I think it would be Dondoran. Leo Dondoran is the guy you're thinking, but I don't know if I don't think that's not who I think it is. Nathan says Naslin, last 100-point Montreal Canadiens player, and that is correct. I'm surprised we're not getting any guesses here. Just another 10 seconds, and then I'm going to give what I think is the answer, and then Larry's going to tell us if it's right. Landlord says Bergevin threw a puck into his own net during his playing days. I think I heard about that. All right, so I think the answer to Larry's question, I think, is Jack Laviolette. So that's what I think it is. It could be, though, Don Duran, but I don't think it is. So, Larry, what is the correct answer? Not getting an answer. But I think it's Jack Laviolette. I think that's his name. I was right. Jack Laviolette. It's not that I saw that recently in looking at stuff, but I remember the name from that there, and then I remember from a video that I've seen about it. I thought he was the first manager of the club. So, all right, one for me. Yeah, I get one. About time. I mean, that's too easy. This is an easy one. When did the Canadiens move to the Molson Center or Bell Center? What year? That's kind of easy. What year did the Habs move to the Bell Center? To the phone booth. Thank you, landlord. Thank you. Harry says 95, 96. BL says 99. Landlord says 95. Tario says 95. The answer actually is, Harry got it right because he had 96. It's 1996. I don't remember exactly what the date was, though, but it was 1996. And I believe they were the last game. They were playing the Dallas Stars, and then that was when they passed the torches all around. Gump Worsley was an outstanding goalie with the Montreal Canadiens from 1966 to 1970. For which team did Worsley play before joining the Habs? You know what? I just realized my microphone is here the whole time. Sorry about that, guys. Now I'm going to turn it off to cough. All right. What number did Trevor Linden wear for Montreal? That's a guy should know that. 61? Why do I want to say 61? BL says Rangers. Harry says Rangers. Tario says Chicago. Born to be a Habs says Rangers. Joseph, the Rangers. And Landlord gets it with Denver Broncos. I love that answer. It's a good one. It is the Rangers. He played for the Rangers before coming to the Habs. I believe. Who is he traded for? I should know who he was traded. I think it was a trade. Well, of course it was a trade. He wore number 14? 26. 26. Tario's got it. 26. Tario, I think you've got it for the Linden one. Last game at the Forum was Dallas. Yepers. I had a friend. I know I wasn't there, but a friend of mine went. All right. How many shutouts did Ken Dryden record during the playoffs career? Now, I don't know if this is right. This is one I think is wrong. And they just didn't give the year that this was. So, because I think this can't be this number. Tarios is 20. Harry's is 43. Playoffs, Harry. Border Be Habs is 21. We're talking playoffs, guys. Playoffs. Okay, so the answer here is 4. Now, I think it's reasonable that he might have got 4 in a playoff. Although back in his day, they didn't play as many games because there weren't as many teams and there weren't as many rounds. But it says 4, and I thought that's pretty low. If somebody wants to check on that and let us know, I would appreciate. Mariusz Czerkawski, one of 2 Polish NHL players, wore which of the following numbers? Well, wore which number when he was here in 2002, 2003, and I think that's all he was here for. What number did Mariusz Czerkawski wear? Oh, I was going to give a hint, but I see that I kind of don't have to. Ken Dryden had 10 career playoff shutouts. So, yes, that was for a specific year. So that question didn't count. So for the what number did Mariusz Czerkawski wear? Tarios is 27. Harry says 43. Hey, listen, Harry, you keep saying 43. You'll be right again at some point. They traded Linden to the Islanders, and then he got traded back to Vancouver, I think, or he signed with them as a free agent or something, again, to finish his career. Since Tario had the only real guess, Tario's actually right, and it's number 27, my favorite number for a hockey sweater. And that's all because of Shane Corson. But yeah, it's my favorite sweater number. Patrick Travers. This is really vague. Not vague. Vague's not the word. It's really, there's a word that's not coming to my head. Patrick Travers, and they have to go, an NHL veteran, wore which jersey number in 2002, 2003? There's a lot of 2002, 2003 questions. This must be when this was written. What number did Patrick Travers wear? Does anybody remember Patrick Travers? I do. He was here long or very good. I don't remember if he was a defenseman or a forward. I think he was a forward. So anybody got the guess? You got to meet Corson? Oh my God, love Corson. I really like to get an interview with him, but I don't think I'll ever. Tarios is 47. It's wrong, though. It's not 47. Habinations is 19, but you know that's wrong. 19. That's Larry Robinson. In 2002, 2003. Oh, he wasn't here then. What am I talking about? But he was retired at that point. Okay, this is really whatever. Number 54. Who cares? Number 54. Who leads the Montreal franchise for most years in the playoffs? Duh. Which Montreal Canadiens player had the most playoffs? I wonder, though. I would think that's Larry Robinson. That's not the answer here, though. We used to call him Patrick Reverse. He was defense. Okay, so I had it wrong. That's how memorable he is. Harry Rice is Robinson, and I would think that would, but it's not. Larry's got it right. It's Henri Richard. So I know in his day they made the playoffs all the time too. So I guess that's why. But yeah, it's the Pocket Rocket. This one, I don't know why it's in here because the answer is Montreal Canadiens. Who led the NHL in scoring in 1987-88? It's not a Hab. I don't know what it's doing in this book, but I picked it because of that. Boo, Habby Nation. Why boo? I see you. Who? I turned the page. Hang on. Who led the NHL in scoring in 87-88? Wow, with the first guess. Harry Rice gets it. Mario Lemieux. I mean, not that hard to guess, but what is it doing in a Habs trivia book? I have no idea. Joey Junot, the defense specialist, enjoyed a solid year in 2002, 2003. What jersey number did Joey Junot wear? And how many of you actually remember Joey Junot? He was actually, you know when they say it's not rocket science? Because he was literally a rocket scientist. That's what he was going to school for. Super intelligent dude, Joey Junot. Let's see, we got a 91 from Tario, a 90 from Tony. Happy Nation's going to guess 19 until he's right. Joseph says 60. And Tario says Tony is right. And Tario is right. Right. Number 90. Here's a really dumb. What number did Saku Koivu wear? Duh. Only 2 players in the Montreal Canadiens history have ever scored 6 points in a single playoff game. Guy Lafleur did it in 1977. Love you, Guy. Who was the first to achieve that mark? They give a hint here. I can give it. He did it in 1954. This is going to be a hard one. You got to know your shit to get this one. Larry says Army played 13 Cup finals, winning 11. But I don't think the questions were Cup finals, but just playoffs in general. Nathan, was that the 199-point season? Yeah, that makes sense. 27, if you're talking about 27, Tony, yeah, it looks good on a Habs jersey. It sure does. Except when, like, Galchenyuk's wearing it or something like that. We actually got it. We got a winner? Wow. A lot of guesses, but we got a winner. So Habit Nation says Dickie Moore. Born to be a Habs says Elmer Locke. Larry says Richard, Maurice Richard. Tario says Boom Boom. And Joseph says Bert Olmsted, which is like a really good, like off the wall, not off the wall, but that word, you know, that kind of guess. There is a winner here, and it's Habit Nation. Habit Nation with Dickie Moore. Dickie Moore did that. Dickie Moore was a hell of a good hockey player, my friend. Dickie Moore. The correct answer. Oh, let's go with this one. What were the most goals ever scored by Newsy Lalonde in one game? Now, that's old. How many goals? What was the most goals Newsy Lalonde scored in one game? Habs have too many legends? Yeah, it's a problem I love to have. Not a problem at all. And there's no such thing as too many. Now, some of the fans of other teams might say that, and yeah, but yeah, I don't agree with that statement. Okay, we got to guess. Tario says 8, and I spit all over myself. And Born to be Habs says 9. Get some more guesses here because both of those are wrong. I don't know. Has anybody scored 8 or 9 goals in a game? I don't think so. Okay, so nobody else is guessing because it's so old, and I get that. And the correct answer is 6. Larry has another question for us all. Who succeeded Laviolette as manager? He was the owner as well. Hint, the CH became the CR. Oh, that's a good one. Leo Dandurand? My guess is Leo Dandurand. I don't even know why. That's what my brain said. That's probably wrong. Well, Joseph, a pickup game is not, but yeah, that's cool. I mean, still great, but I mean, it's a pickup game. But that is cool. I probably scored that like in a game outside where I was playing against like 7-year-old kids. I probably did that too. But I don't think any other time. Tario says Kennedy. What's the first name though? George Kennedy. Oh, there you go. I think wasn't that an actor? I was thinking about it. Okay. It wasn't Leo Dander. I thought I was wrong. George Kennedy. That's pretty cool. Learned something. All right, what's my next one? Turn the page. Easy one. Jose Theodore idoled Patrick Roy as a child. All throughout juniors, he sported Roy's number 33. What number did he wear for the Montreal Canadiens? Doing like the roundabout way they go to get this kind of like, let's tell a story first. Tario leads off with 60. Barnaby Habs, 60. Nobody else? This is not that long ago. Yeah, Tario and Barnaby Hab are right. Number 60. This is one I'm not sure if it's right. And I think I checked. This was written in 2019, actually. I think I checked. So I don't know if this is right. How many times had the Habs missed the playoffs 3 years in a row in the 20th century? Oh, that's why, in the 20th century. So it's probably right. How many times last century, not this one, did the Habs miss the playoffs 3 years in a row? Because they did it this century once or twice already. Hey, Bob's back. My voice is rough. I'm not doing a canon this time. I'm not rehashing the canon. Sorry, Bob. It's a once in a night thing. Harry says 4 times. Tario says 18 times. 18 times? Have you thought about that? That's no. Anybody else going to get a guess there? That's not like 18. 18 years total. No, we're asking how many times did they miss in 3-year blocks? Joseph says once. Harry says 4 times. That means 3 playoffs, 3 years in a row. They missed the playoffs. That's what it means. Sonny, we're doing a trivia thing here tonight, right now. Anyway, you missed all that other. Now we're doing a trivia contest, not a contest. Larry says 1937 to 40 between the Morenz and Richard era. So that you're saying once. What jersey number did Patrick Roy? No, we're not doing that right now. That's a good question, though. I'll do it after this one. I'll give it another 10 seconds. Let's see if anybody else gets a guess in. I'll tell you right now, there is a correct guess. So your new name should be "My landlord is at the door," and that's what you should change it to. It's terrible having a landlord you hate. All right, no more guesses. So we got actually 2 people are right. Happy Nation, definitely not right. Joseph is right. And Larry is right. One time in that 1917 to 1999, one time they had a 3-year period where they didn't make the playoffs. That's it. Once. That's an amazing record. Let me see. Here's one I think is wrong too. You guys let me know. Here's a player who doesn't waste any time. He holds the record for the fastest goal from the start of the game in a playoff match for the Canadiens. Who is he? Now, they don't say how long that is, but I think this is the wrong answer. I want to see what you guys say, and if anybody gets who I think it is. See if anybody agrees with me, and then somebody can check on it after. Not yet. Let's see what answers we get. Oh, did I forgot Nathan. I'm going to get to Nathan's after this. Sorry there, Nathan. I wanted to do that first. Joseph says Mario Tremblay. Born to be Habs says Brian Skrudland. I believe Skrudland, that was 9 seconds. Habination says Gilbert Dion. Let's get a couple more if we can. Larry says Toe Blake. I'm sure there were quite a few really quick, but I'll be honest with you, this is not one that I didn't know this, or I forgot. 10 more seconds, and then we'll reveal. Bob, it is pretty impressive, don't you think? They were just such a good team, but the 40s, they were late 30s and the 40s weren't their best years. Tario says Russ Courtnall. All right, I'm going Mark Napier from Nathan. I'm going to reveal it because so far no one's got it. Now, I'll say this. I think it's Brian Skrudland, who was 9 seconds into a game, scored a goal. So I thought it was Brian Skrudland this whole time. I thought he had the fastest. But it says here, Bob Gainey, and doesn't say how long it took. So it says Bob Gainey. So can someone check and see if that's Bob Gainey or this is wrong? And while somebody does that, we're going to ask this question right here. What jersey number did Patrick Waugh wear in his first game in Montreal before changing to number 33? I think that's a really good question. I have no idea what that is. I can't remember. My guess is 30 or 31. I have a feeling it might be 31, but my guess is 30. So what jersey number did Patrick Waugh wear in his first few games here in Montreal before changing over to number 33? We'll get some guesses, and then Nathan's going to have to tell us. Abination with the 19. Tarios is 29. Says Bob Gainey scored 7 seconds in the game, so it is Bob Gainey. There you go. Nathan, we were talking about OT, but it's Bob Gainey. We confirmed it now. Born to be a Habs says number 1. Joseph says 31. Larry says 32. And why did Waugh change from 33 to 31? Well, Bob gave it away. It's 31. Okay, Bob, you got to answer why now. So he changed I didn't know that it was number 3. I don't remember him wearing anything but 33, but who would really remember his first few games, what number was on his back? Tario, yeah, I don't have that question, though. If you have it, give us. We could ask that. Do you have the answer to that? No worries, Bob. Don't worry about it. We're waiting now for the reason. What's the reason for that he changed? And then we're going to ask the fastest 2 goals in a row is a Habs record also. Who has that record? Harry thought it also was 30 that war before changing. He left it for Price. Yeah, imagine if he like knew. Oh, 30 is correct. So Bob did not give it away. 30 is correct. I didn't. That was a pure guess. Honestly, I did not know that at all. Two goals in 2 seconds. That's the record. And it's Domi and Armia. Both did it. Wow. I kind of remember the Armia one, I think. But Larry, are you giving it away in the hint? Or it's the team that the Habs played? Games against Capitals. Ovi missed a shot. One to call Domi weak. Rister scores right off the face-off with the goal. He pulled Armia into the empty net. Oh, it's Domi and Armia. I was just assuming it was one guy that did it. Okay. Awesome. You got it right, Harry. All right. Let me get more. How far in are we? Oh, okay. Last one, and then we're kind of going because we're 90 minutes, and I got stuff to do. This is a good one. We're going to end with a hard one. Which assistant coach for Boston Bruins in the 2000-2001 season won a Stanley Cup in Montreal, both as a player in the 60s and 70s and as an assistant coach in 86 and 93? Which assistant coach for Boston in 2000-2001 won a Stanley Cup in Montreal as a player in the 60s and 70s and as an assistant coach in 86 and 93? My landlord, it was a very fast 90 minutes because of the trivia. So this is a last hard question. This is a hard one. My hint. He did a commercial in the 70s for Instantine, which was aspirin, basically. When I get a headache, it's a bad one. Now, if you're my age or around that, you'll remember that. Joseph says Jacques Leperrier, and Born to be Ab says Bill Nyrup. I want to wait for a few more guesses before I reveal. And there may be a correct guess out there already. I'm not telling. The Maple Leafs 11-1 against us. Wow. Don't tell Maple Leaf fans that. Yeah. No more guesses, really? Wow. Okay, well, Joseph got it. It's Jacques Leperrier. I thought Habit Nation, you'd get this one. What's with you? I thought the Instantine would get it for Habit Nation. Maybe, I don't know if you were living in Montreal then. Maybe you weren't. I don't know. But if you lived in Montreal back in the 70s and you're a Habs fan, you should remember that. Didn't watch Canadian TV as a kid. What planet you from again? I don't remember. Anyways, that's it. There you go. Jacques Leperrier. Name pulled out of somebody's ass, it seems like. Don't know why I said that. All right, so I'm going to take off here. Had a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. There's still questions I didn't get to, so we'll do this again another time. Listen, thanks everybody for participating. Thanks, Larry, the cable guy, for those great questions. And a couple others gave some questions, so thank you. And thanks everybody for participating. I didn't seem like anybody cheated, so thanks for that too. It made it more fun if you don't cheat. And yeah, that's it. I'll be back. Well, check out. I just put out a video. I put out 3 that nobody watched. 10 best. 2 of them are the 10 best Habs seasons, player seasons in this century. 10 of forwards, 10 defense, and just now put out the 7 best goalie seasons this century. I hope somebody watches them. Like literally, not one of them has 100 views yet. So please do that. And otherwise, I'll get something going. Who knows what ideas will hit me. Be back on Wednesday for the Wednesday show, and next Saturday. And it's not that far after that for the rookie camp to open up. And then we're not far from the training camp. So that's it. Have a great Saturday night. Thanks for being here, everyone. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. See you next time. Bye, everybody.